the US, looking over here, look at all those different events for June 8th through 11th, relative frame for people versus fossil fuel actions. Um, I think this was a national push through a number of different organizations. If we scroll down here, um, from People's Fossil Fuels, Climate Defenders, Fridays for Future, 350 Network Council, Center for Biological Diversity, and CPD Action. Um, Helping go through their networks and across their expertise of leaders in those organizations, um, asking Biden to end the era of fossil fuels. And this is partly in response to approval of additional pipelines and infrastructure to move fossil fuels around. Um, when we're already the biggest producer of oil and gas, we subsidize it heavily, and yet we see this interest um, in our populace to change that. But at the same time, there's a big structural pushback, and at the highest levels, the decisions being made um, sometimes even go back on the word that they previously put out there. And so one of the ways to try to showcase that people are still watching and want differently is to put together actions and media and organize with others. And across different organizations, we just have a lot more organizing power to reverberate out our message and both um, grow the movement and help share the message with um, other people what's going on, and then ideally get decision makers to reconsider what they are up to and their plans. Um, and oftentimes it's to consider marginalized communities and disadvantaged communities um, who have had land taken away, have had um, this climate future thrust upon them, not by their own decisions, but by because of the eras growing up in. And I think that's like one of the biggest things that is there's just disconnect between a lot more of the advantaged, older, wealthy decision makers in a lot of these spaces and the actual communities out there. So you see this map full of different events that happened this weekend. Um, it's time to declare climate emergency, climate strike to end the era of fossil fuels, urgent solidarity demand to shut down Line 5. And if we zoom in here on Colorado, we see a number of different events pop up as the 350 Colorado team helped get out the message around this campaign and put together some big goals, but some possible goals about the number of events and pledges we were trying to get. And um, another reason for this organizing around Colorado is Colorado, I think, really is and can be even bigger leader here in the U.S. We have some amazing organizers, politicians. We have businesses and innovators, and we're centered here, kind of in the middle of the continental U.S., but also um, at a very important resource of the Colorado River and um, the Rocky Mountains. And so it's awesome to see that, and I believe in that. And we're up to some stuff alongside this to also move forward Colorado campaigns while we make this bigger national uh, ask to Biden and Democrats and politicians, but mostly Democrats, as more willing to work on climate change things. At least by the numbers. Okay. June 10th, day of action. It's a weekend of action, so, but this is a statement of purpose, and I think it's awesome to read this. Some love and thought was put into drafting this, and there are many people who signed on. So this is, I think, a good place to start.